Guess
Is
so.
Shrek jumping?
Shrek's gonna jump.
Monkeys jumping on the bed. None fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said,
I'm scared like something will pop up.
Yeah. Wait, that made no sense. I was just like, what was that? End of it?
Nice. Just another average devil just coming through to the house. What's up, bro? With a pacifier? Oh, he's gonna lure a baby. Oh. Who animates this? Like,
Yeah, seriously.
like my kid is not watching this.
Yeah, definitely not.
Okay.
Oh. Of course.
Are those emojis? Dude, this is an emoji movie. Like remade.
But horrible. What?
Oh, no.
How does that even...
What happens now?
What? Yo.
Nice.
This is weird. So now she has to take care of her mom.
Yeah.
Wait.
A baby devil. Yeah! Hey! Okay, this I'm done. I'm done with
Yeah,
this.
no
Like,
more.
we're done.
Christopher Landon's Happy Death Day was the breakout success of the 2017 Halloween film season, making $150 million at the box office over its $5 million production budget. If you haven't seen the film, the protagonist is a Bayfield University student named Tree, short for Teresa apparently, who gets murdered by someone in a baby mask on the night of her birthday. She wakes up and discovers that she's living the same day again, only to be murdered again, and that every time she dies, she wakes up on her birthday. It's like Groundhog Day, but with a psycho killer.
You know what your little scenario reminds me?
What? What's that?
Groundhog Day. The movie Groundhog Day? With Bill Murray?
Who's Bill Murray?
Are you kidding me?
It's up to her to solve her own murder so that she can live another day. She eventually discovers that, spoilers here, her roommate Lori is the killer, so Tree kicks her out of a window. While I certainly thought that Happy Death Day was a unique film, I couldn't help but speculate that there were several solutions Tree didn't think of that would have ended the movie a lot sooner. So as someone who takes movies far more seriously than I ought to, here are 6 ways to beat the killer from Happy Death Day. Let's start with the specific constraints that Tree is under so that we may plan around them. First off, she always starts the day at a dorm room at Bayfield University. And though Bayfield University
When I was in middle school, I was constantly made fun of and picked on, and that ridicule transferred to whenever I rode the school bus. So I started walking 3 miles to and from school every day. The path I walked on was pretty safe, mostly on a sidewalk and always on a busy road, with the last 2.5 miles being a straight shot directly to the school. Back then, there wasn't a stigma attached to kids being outside on their own, so this wasn't deemed unsafe or noticed by anyone. I lived alone with my father, parents being divorced, and my mother saw me on the weekends. He didn't see any harm in the walking, and my mother wasn't aware of this, nor that I was being picked on in school, so I continued for over half the school year. One day as I was going home, I saw a car pull up about 100 feet ahead of me. I thought to myself, that car looks familiar. Oh nice, that's my dad, he's gonna drive me the way home. I started to jog up to the car, seeing him in the driver's seat waiting patiently. His hair looks darker than normal today. Wasn't the inside of his car tan, not red? The thoughts left as soon as they entered, and I caught up to the car, opened the passenger side door, and started to get in. As I was tossing my backpack on the floor in front of me and swinging my legs into the car, thanks Dad, before I knew it, I had shut the car door and we began to move. This isn't my father. This man was much older, by at least 20 years. hair obviously dyed black, and hands propped at 10 and 2 on the steering wheel. The shirt he was wearing looked just like the one my father would have worn. A short sleeve collar button down, brick red with black and horizontal lines, not pressed but not too wrinkled either. He was smiling at me, which probably would have felt warm if it was coming from my grandfather, but instead felt menacing. I heard a click and looked over at the door that had just been locked. I stared at the door for a moment longer, then turned and faced forward and completely froze, terrified. "Hello, I saw you walking. I figured I'd come give you a lift." I didn't move or answer. Don't act scared, just act normal. His voice matched his smile, deceivingly friendly. We were roughly a mile away from home, and half a mile from the next turn needed to head.
What's up, guys? I'm Kobe Person. How sick?
We all bleed the same blood. Everybody treat each other with respect. I don't care where you're from and where you came up and where you grew up. Treat each other right. We're all humans.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay.
In today's society, we like to ignore the fact that racism is still very much alive. Even our children today have to deal with racism.
Okay guys, that's all in my video. So bye bye.